The Black Mutual Aid Societies as a living temple. There is no better example of people using their minds, bodies, and souls as a temple than the story of the African Americans who endured, survived, and helped abolish slavery. The Black Mutual Aid Societies, the church built on a rock. From the 1750s onward, black communities built their own temples of service, not in stone, but in solidarity. They formed mutual aid societies, refusing to let their people suffer. Jesus told Peter in Matthew 16:18, "And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." The Black Mutual Aid Society became the living church Jesus spoke of, not built on rigid tradition, not built on stone, built on faith in action, on brotherly love, on service. Like Dorcas, who cared for widows and orphans, they too cared for their people. And just as Dorcas was resurrected when her life was threatened, so too were the survivors of slavery, resurrected from bondage, from lynchings, from Jim Crow, liberated but never broken. The African Dorcas Association, New York, 1828. The Free African Society, Philadelphia, 1787. The Free African Union Society, Newport, Rhode Island, 1780s. These were more than charities. They were acts of resistance, acts of faith, acts of survival. They built churches, schools, communities. They made sure widows had shelter, orphans had food, the sick received care. The schools and churches they founded weren't just places of worship and learning. They were the foundation, the heartbeat of a people determined to live out the commandment Jesus gave Peter: feed my lambs, feed my sheep. For African Americans, faith was never passive. It was survival. It was action. It was building something new while enslavers and oppressors did everything they could to tear it down. But they failed, because the righteous fought back. Those who had fled religious persecution themselves, those who saw the hypocrisy and refused to stand idly by, many aided, fought, and sacrificed for the liberation of the enslaved. Because justice isn't just the work of the oppressed, it's the work of those who refuse to be complicit. Their mission, like Sheba's search for wisdom, was a pursuit of truth and righteousness. Their endurance, like Peter's transformation, was a rejection of old limitations to build something greater. Their legacy, like Nineveh's redemption, is a story of grace, mercy, and faithfulness in action. As we prepare for the season of Easter, let us reflect on these lessons. Let us sing a new song, a song of compassion, of grace, of courage, a song that embraces all of humanity in our journey of faith.